going right? Thank you, Catherine. Wait. Am I already here?
I'm here.
Hello?
Who is that? Mark?
No, we haven't met before.
Is this Mark?
I think we're safe.
That's
Oh,
not what they asked.
I was so worried something had gone wrong.
What's your name?
Johnny 5.
Robin Bass,
Close enough.
Data Field Service Technician.
Nice to meet you, Robin. How did you get here?
I got scanned, like the others. And then I killed myself. At least I think so. I can't remember that part.
How does that work? Did dying get you into the Ark?
Wow, you're definitely not from Theta. Let me guess, Omicron? Wasn't sure Catherine would be able to scan you guys.
What?
You're lucky.
Why would
There was a lot of talk about this at Theta. The idea is, when you're activated in the Ark, there's basically two of you, right? One human, one living scan in the Ark. You don't want your copy to survive you. You yourself want to survive on the Ark. If the human you dies before the scan is initiated, or closely after, you yourself would live on in the Ark. Amazing, right?
But surely your consciousness that's in your human body doesn't, like, move.
Did Catherine put you up to this? Killing yourself?
Catherine Chun? No. I don't think you understand. She just did scans and put them into the Ark. I hope I get to meet her soon so I can apologize. She always got into trouble with Strawmeyer when someone killed themselves.
I think she's okay with it.
Where is everyone? I thought there would be like 40 or 50 people here.
I don't know. I'll let you know if I see anyone. Robin, I'm not sure how to say this.
What?
This is
Yeah?
pretty amazing, right?
Nice save.
I mean, the Ark.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it
Catherine
looks
and
great,
the guys
doesn't it?
really pulled through. They saved us all.
See you later.
Will do.
And twist, and out, and twist, and in, and pull, and whoop, all the way. And boop. Now we're fallouting. Beep boop. Was that outdoor robot or indoor robot? Hello.
Hello? Anyone there? Well, Catherine, we found Theta.
I see crack, I break. Go. Welcome back.
We're here? We're here! Okay, great. Time to hijack ourselves a submarine. There will be nothing stopping us when we have done that.
You guys sure have a lot of machines and vehicles down here. What makes this one so special?
It's the only transport that can go into the abyss without cracking like a can of soup.
That does
If
sound
this is one
useful.
of a kind, then how did they get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
That's a good question. I suppose they did it the hard way and just walked.
Didn't realize that was an option.
Where did
Kath,
that voice come from?
what's it like inside the Ark? Is it like a movie or virtual reality?
No, of course not. It's, like real life, but slightly better.
It's 4K.
Pleasant temperature, clean air, good weather.
So people in the Ark just walk around pretending it's the real world?
You don't have to pretend, it's perfectly immersive.
And it can just sustain itself?
Yes, attached to a probe fueled by solar panels, it could survive for thousands of years.
That's amazing. Just thinking about the Earth being what it is and us setting out to save the final remains of humanity, it's
Heroic.
at least it feels worth doing.
Here we go. The Dunbat. Ah, damn it. I knew it was too good to be true.
Same.
What's wrong?
It's... it's quarantined. Hold on.
Holding on.
We need a security cipher.
How bad is it?
It's we don't write these things down type of bad.
Maybe someone's still around who can tell us what it is.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
That's
let's go with that.
likely
I'll
to
just
find
unlock
someone.
the other doors for you so you can explore the station.
Thank you. Not gonna take the door like some sort of jump. Thank you. That's not a...
What happened to all the people?
This place is deserted.
Doesn't make any sense. Theta is clearly
Hello,
the
jump
best
scare.
option for survival.
There. I hope that I didn't. See? Guy Conrad. Alley-oop. I thought it was like a laser pistol at first, but nope. Nope. Norse runes on his stomach. Can you... Oh, I was gonna... But I can just... Oldenfield... Something. Oh, could it be gin, perhaps? Fancy N, fancy I. And that's the only three-letter alcohol with an I and an N I could think of. Oh, I missed these. The Wisconsin Peaks. Laser tool safety. Not entirely sure what that is, but I don't know if Mazer is an actual thing or if it's just a thing in the
Hey,
game.
that's my room.
You want me to bring something? A souvenir?
No, it's just memories.
Oh,
Your teddy bear could use some repairs.
Toby always breaks. He's top heavy, so he keeps falling over.
does look
I
like
seriously doubt you'll
something
find
out of a
anything useful in there.
horror movie.
You have a lot of toys.
Huh. don't have to search my room. We'll get by.
Sure.
Cool fan.
Thanks. Reminds me of Taipei, my hometown.
Oh. Journal, June 6th, 2103. Imogen Reed tested a machine today. It was clearly corrupted by WoW. But more importantly, it was assembled in a seemingly primitive way, like someone had specifically created for WoW to steal. When activated, the machine mimicked the room and Reed along with it. At some point, she was scanned and then loaded as a simulation inside the digital space. The presentation shook Reed and was quickly terminated. It scares me how much it reminds me of my AR capsule. June 14th. After dissecting the vivarium machine that Reed activated, it's clear that WoW copied my capsule project to construct the scene to hold the Reed simulation. It's actually very similar in its construction except for one point. Where my capsule houses flat people constructed from model neurographs, the vivarium brain scan lives on. It isn't limited by its content from the originating brain scan. From the originating brain scan, Reed emerged. The Reed inside the vivarium was a perfect copy. June 21st. I have it. I can save humanity. I can build an artificial reality capsule that can hold every living member of Pathos 2. I can't figure out how it worked with the vivarium, but I can replicate WoW's scanning technique using the pilot seats. They are already prepared with the type of electromagnetic drums needed. June 22nd. It was even easier than I thought. The pilot seats are already set to allow the diffraction and high energy needed to capture the scan. I suspect WoW has been using the seat to steal scans from us for a while. I guess that explains the mockingbirds. I think the mockingbirds are the monsters, but I don't know if it's the thin monsters or the bigger bulbous monsters, or maybe it's both. The WoW must have stolen scans from people using the pilot seat and used it as a basis for intelligence in the machines. July 3rd. With a surprisingly positive reaction from the team, we have now officially started the ARC project. We are to scan all the people we can find and load them into the capsule. Then we will launch it into space using the space gun. It's nice to think something will live on like that. Without they say we're gonna scan all the people we can find. If we were topside and it was a post-apocalypse, I can understand. But surely we know where everyone is down here. July 12th. Mark Sarang killed himself after a scan. He has been suggesting everyone should kill themselves as it would somehow allow them to actually get on the Ark. I'm not sure how that would work. It did trigger a lot of arguments among the staff, and apparently it's my fault somehow. Stromeyer is not happy with me. Hope it will calm down. Notes. Richard gave me a set of AI templates I haven't seen before. Unfolded one of them to make a new friend for Capsule Catherine and her gang of legacies. New way to simulate turbulence makes the weather system so much better. Implemented Reed didn't go well. New try with Reed. Reed won't play nicely with the others. She is too real. Oh, Mark Sarang. Oh, you're supposed to click the mouse, not press F. VHS. Like how even in the future, people print their photos. No clue. Oh. Classified. Mr. Sarang, the company... Did they start with a lowercase t? That just looks weird. The company is very pleased to hear about your success in making the WoW a station-wide presence. We trust you appreciate what a unique opportunity this is and that you will do everything in your power to fully explore and understand this mystery. To do so, you need to ensure that Dr. Johan Ross is able to steer and study the WoW from Alpha without outside interference. In case of an emergency, you may direct Julia Doll at Omicron to forcefully eliminate any opposition, but please make an effort to avoid extreme actions. The WoW is an important, costly affair, and we hope to follow a steady development without setbacks. Supervisor report. Pretty sure I wasn't be able to say that last word. No clue. Company restructuring plans. Imminent class 3 external events, perhaps?
Where the hell did they all go?
What?
If Theta is out of the picture, where would you go?
Probably Lambda or Omicron?
Well, we've seen Lambda already. So maybe Omicron.
Read or I'm gonna read first. Dear friends, when you read this, I will have entered the Ark. As I've explained, this is accomplished by ceasing to live as your scan is being completed. When I frighten Catherine, I will do this in secret by folding cyanide salts into chewing gum and placing it in my mouth before seeing her. When I hear her announce completion, I will bite down, quickly causing my own demise, because that totally won't frighten her at all. When you discover the truth behind my death, know there is no tragedy to mourn, for I am victorious. I advise you all to do the same and join me inside the Ark. Sincerely, Mark Sarang.
Did you know that the human body consists of up to 75 trillion individual cells? They typically don't stay with us till we die. Some live a few days, while others live a few years. We're not affected by their short lifespans, as they're replaced by new cells which help sustain our bodies. I don't think anyone would argue that we ever lose our persona due to this process. Yet we are
Kinda
clearly
works.
in a constant
That's
state
not what
of
I...
transformation. Then how do we remain the same? A continuous flow of thought and perception keeps an unbroken chain of continuity that we know as our self. Our conscious mind is not the pattern of our brain, but a continuous emergent entity based on that pattern. When Dr. Chun populates the Ark, she is capturing a moment of our existence and placing it inside the digital world.
Come on, buddy.
Soon you and your digital you will grow apart.
Like, it sort of does the wiggly thing that the real thinking birds do.
You are the very same.
But then it...
With unbroken continuity, it will live on. A fulfilling life, no doubt, no less real than the one from which it was plucked. Now remember, you are not your body. You are the emergent entity. That entity just happens to occupy two places at once for a while. If you took away your body, you would simply be the only one you can be. The you inside the Ark. Let your body die and continue on in the digital paradise among the stars.
Still doesn't sound like maybe my brain is just too tiny, but it doesn't sound like something that would actually work, because that implies that your mind suddenly switches over to the other thing, but surely you're not conscious of the like your consciousness ceases to be once you're dead, surely. I feel like the other consciousness is a completely separate thing to you.
I'm worried we won't find anyone.
Maybe they all helped out with the Ark.
To carry it to town? That seems excessive, but not out of the question.
Who was it? Martin Fisher, Robin Bass. Oh. That looks nice. The bed looks less nice. just gonna try and avoid it in case anyone feels it's very uncomfortable. What? What on earth? We're all dying anyway. I'm all in. I put my faith in Sarang and the continuity. The London Eye, I think. Isn't that what the massive Ferris wheel is called? There's Stratsky and can't read. Back we go. Oh, spooky. This is where we need to go.
This is where I did my scan. And all the others, I suppose.
You don't remember?
My scan was the first. Had to test the scanner before I could start making promises. Ah, I see.
What?
Check the terminal. I just want to make sure.
Checking. Army composition. Oh, this is our Berg and Munch are the people who originally scanned us, and of course, Jared is us.
David Munchie. How did this... What is this? Kath, what is this? Why do you have a file of me?
You are one of Dr. Munchie's templates. A legacy scan.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a legend. Here we go.
Okay, that's it.
Wow, that was fun.
That's a relief. Still figuring this out, so...
It was freaky. So many lights. What do we do now?
Paul and I are going to run tests for a week or so, then we'll work out a roadmap to your recovery.
Well, I feel excited. Can't wait to get back to the living.
We've worked everything out. Everything is legal. Vouched for by Dr. Peak and Professor Way.
Oh, that's great news.
No big change in medication. You'll be taking an aspirin every morning, but that's about it. Paul worked out a diet with some variations you should try out. You can continue doing physical therapy. Also, there's some extra cardio training every other day.
Okay, getting complicated.
Don't worry.
Yeah, once they introduced exercise, I was like, no, now you're going too far.
So we'll be able to adjust the plan if needed. The model was sound. It should have worked.
It's not your fault, David.
I really wish things had turned out differently.
Yeah, me too.
I was supposed to save you.
Hey, you got my brain on file. Maybe you can put it to some use.
Yeah, who knows? You'd be okay with that?
Yeah, sure, it's not
Using it
like
for my research?
I'm suddenly gonna wake up in a robot body on the bottom of the ocean or something. That would just be silly.
You know what sucks about dying?
The death part.
What?
The crash. Everything up till now. The brain damage. You guys, everything. It's made my life so much more real. I started thinking about all the things I was going to do. I'd never been more excited to be alive. All that hope. Wasted.
I don't think I'm gonna erase the data. Don't even know if it like makes any
What's
difference.
a legacy scan?
They're historic templates for AI construction. Any self-respecting engineer wouldn't use legacies anymore, but they're great for learning. They come with every development kit.
So, my brain scan turned into a template for artificial intelligence.
Reset the
You
router.
should be proud.
So much for that mystery. No magic or time travel needed. I was here all along, waiting for someone to shove a picture of my brain into a suit and hit the power button.
I was gonna say that's oversimplifying the amazing science, but that is kind of what happened.
Conrad killed himself after the scan.
Jesus, how?
Maser tool? What should I do?
Was it Conrad that had the
No, please!
like Maser tool safety schematic thing
Strohmeyer's
with
gonna shut
things
down the ARC project.
crossed out?
It's not my fault people keep killing themselves.
Catherine, what are you gonna do? It's not like you can sneak a 300-pound body out of the lab.
I know.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not even close.
Also, again, if we're all like working down here and living down here, surely they'll notice he's missing.
Welcome to my place.
Thank you.
When I started the ARC project, I pretty much lived in this lab.
Cozy.
Okay, so what I
This
do
is
remember
where I would store the ARC
or
scans.
somewhat
Are they
what
similar
we
to
have
the
to do
legacy
here.
file?
No, yours is flatter.
First,
That
we
makes
need to
sense,
find
less dynamic.
a
Thanks.
person
That makes me feel much better.
on one of these. There we go. Like the only one that's
An intact memory chip. If we're lucky, we might be able to extract the cipher from it.
and we also need this. Now, the first time I did it, well, let me explain when we get there. Oh, right. Have to reset. Thing is, no, I'll wait and explain it later when it makes sense. Is it this the way? Yeah, this is where we started. This, did I? I don't know if it makes like any difference at all. Oh, it's over here. So we can't get damaged anyway. I don't know if it has any like lore or storyline
What happened to Theta?
implications.
That sounds like a warning.
Okay, so down here is another area where we had to be like sneaky and not be heard. But of course, we're playing peaceful, so we don't have to worry about that. There is a little problem, however, with being sneaky down here. As they like mentioned when we were coming down the stairs, they can hear sound, and of course, the thing we have to reset makes sounds. But you can't just like activate this and just leave, because you have to, there's manual confirmation needed, so you have to like wait not too far away until this finishes, and then you have like a little amount of time, well, not a little, probably like a minute or a half minute, or we'll see in. Hello. There we go. So yeah, you have to not be too far away so that you can push that button, and then you have to get out. But peaceful, so no worries. Unless you get lost and just live in there forever. Up we go. Oh.
Good job, Simon.
Thank you.
This better have worked. I'm not going down there again.
Was that slightly open before? Then here. So what you have to do is you have to because we need the security cipher to move on to the Dunbat. And what you need to like bring a person back in the computer in the other room. But of course, if you just bring them back, then they'll be all confused because, well, that's not how they remember things were. So you have to fake it. Oh, you actually have to put in the thingy. So you have to create the scan room for them. But the thing is, when they start up the simulation, there's no other person there, so they freak out. So the entire time I thought, oh, surely I'll just put in Imogen Reed or Guy Conrad. And of course, as you can see, I can't do anything about that because that's not the answer. So I ran back and forth here for ages, just not understanding what I had to do. And then eventually Catherine went, you need to go to their rooms and learn about
Go ahead, plug in that chip you found.
their friend so that we can fake it.
There should be a list of people.
It
See if there's
is.
anyone who could know a security cipher.
It's Brandon. Even if you don't know it, you can just pick the wrong ones over and over.
Very
And
promising.
Catherine will
I'll just
eventually
load them
go.
up and get the simulator going.
Now you got it right.
There we are.
What are we doing exactly?
We're gonna have a talk with Mr. Wan. Use the computer to activate the simulation.
So if his brain is scanned in the scan room as it was, and then when he, as far as he knows, comes out of the machine and it's a beach or a ski lodge, that's obviously not gonna work. Yeah, and also neither with this, and you'll see in a minute.
Stroma really got me worked up, bastard. What? Where did Alice?
Congratulations, Mr. Wan. The scan was successful.
Sean? Where's Alice?
She's fine. We don't have much time, Mr. Wan. I need the new security cipher.
What? Why? Why would you need that? This is the trick.
No, it's okay. I promise.
I knew you couldn't be trusted. None of this is real. But you won't break me, WoW. You hear me? You won't break me!
See, in hindsight, it's pretty obvious that,
Did
and
we
it,
just bring that
it
guy
might be
along?
obvious to other
I mean, he's a
people as
perfect
well
Scan meant for the Ark. He's the real deal. And we turned him off.
that you needed Alice, but I
All the way again.
I really thought that
I
was
just
gonna
completely
work.
blanked on that.
Maybe we can try again.
Yeah, so you just have to go find out a bunch of stuff about Alice, and hello.